So greetings from Raccoon Creek State Park here in Pennsylvania once again. We just got done filming that waterfall at the Mineral Springs. That was awesome. But now we're on the east end of the park at the Wildflower Reserve. So quite a few people here. I just left the parking lot, but I'm looking for the first trail, which is right here. So right down there is Route 30. And I'm gonna start on what's called the Henrique Trail, which is just down from the parking lot. In a little bit I'll show you the map, what kind of my plan is for today, but we're gonna start this way. Yeah, and here's who the trail is named after. Max Henrique. My shadow's kind of in the way. Born in what is now Old Economy Village in Ambridge, Henrique was a self-taught botanist, naturalist, and local authority on the Wildflower Reserve flora and fauna. Yeah, he advocated for the preservation of this land. All right, cool. Like the dude already. Kind of reminds me of myself a little bit in some ways, I guess. All right, here we go. So start on the Henrique Trail. I'll find a quieter spot to show you the map. What kind of my plan is. I don't have a definite plan. There's a lot of trails here. But I got plenty of time to explore this place. And I will do my best to identify the different wildflowers for you. I'm not in my home area. You know, I'm from eastern Pennsylvania. There can be quite a difference, you know, from one side of the state to the other. They are different regions, wildlife and plant-wise sometimes. I mean, they do share a lot of the same, but it can be different too. I'll do what I can. And here we have an assortment of violets. There's like a slip. We got the purple violets. Got the white ones here. This is garlic mustard. It's actually an invasive species, but it's here. And as I mentioned in my previous video, we have the rare and endangered dandelion. Not really, but I believe this is golden ragwort. This has medicinal values. I believe it's useful for, they use it for women, to help women in their, I believe it was with menstrual issues, but I don't have to worry about that. It's not going to help me in any way. I see a large patch of it down here. And we'll get away from that. You can still hear the traffic from Route 30. The trails lead away from that, so it'll get quieter. Yeah, here's a bunch of that golden ragwort blooming right here. Well, tons of it out there. But it just adds that bright splashy yellow out here. It's beautiful. Alright, I still gotta find a spot to share the map with you. Alright, so I'll quick show you this side of the map first. I'm not sure how well you can see it here, but here's the campground. Earlier we were here at the Mineral Springs area, but the Wildflower Preserve is all the way on the eastern end of the park over here. Let's turn you over. They do have an enlarged map. Let's put you out in the sun here, actually. Maybe you can see it better. Sorry about that, let me get situated. Yeah. So here's a map of the preserve. So here, right here's where we parked. We started on the Henrique Trail, which I think we'll stay on all the way out to Shaffer Rock. We'd like to come back on the Audubon Trail, but we'll see. There's like a boardwalk here, so maybe we'll do a little loop and go back. I'm not sure. We'll see what we do. There's all kinds of trails. But for now, we're just gonna stay on this trail. And I've got all afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock, almost. I got all afternoon to be here. Nothing really else planned for a day. I mean, there's more things I could do. Originally, I was planning to get to the high point of Beaver County today, my county high point series, but I think I'll do that tomorrow on the way home. Might just work out better that way. So I can hike here to my heart's content, which I think is going to be awesome. Just looking ahead here. Let's turn you around. We are near an airport though. Got some big planes flying overhead. That's a big one. Alright. But check this out. Even with the airplane noise, this is beautiful. Oh yeah, here's the first split. We could take the old field trail. I think we're gonna stick with this one for now. You're not totally sure what these yellow flowers are. Some type of what's called a cinquefoil, I think, maybe. I'll have to look that up when you get home. Of course, down in the comments you can say too, if you know what they are. Get the May apples. I don't think they're blooming yet. To see if they're blooming, look for the ones that have two stalks, like this one right here. One stalkers don't bloom. Like here's a one stalker, no blooms, but two stalkers have a bud on them, but they're not blooming yet. Oh man, this is beautiful. They must have had some serious flooding here recently. See, everything has that brownish cast to it. That's just mud on the leaves. This was all covered in water. Because you can see how that kind of ends. It turns like nice and green, but this was all underwater. Left a little bit of dirt on all the leaves. Because this is like a floodplain here. Yeah, there's a pretty big river down there. Is that the, oh, I forget which river that is. I'll have to check the map then. Alright, here's some purple flowers, which I know I misidentified over at Mineral Springs. Initially I said they're wild geraniums, which they're not. Oh, I forget what these are. I know they have them at Shanks Ferry Wildflower Preserve, back my home area. I forget what they are offhand. I want to say like cranesbill or something like that. Storksbill. But maybe that's another name for wild geranium too. Oh, phlox, that's what they are. I believe these are the wild phlox. Just came back to me. Alright, beautiful purple color there. There's another flower I just saw earlier, which I wasn't sure what it was. Let's see if we find any more, like a white flower. And here comes another plane overhead. Oh, hello, hello. Hello, Trillium. Yeah, one of these beautiful pinkish colored ones. Yeah, I know we saw these back at the Mineral Springs Trail. I wasn't entirely sure what they were, because they had those big white, I think were called great flowering Trilliums, but they had these. And I thought maybe they just might be a variety of the white ones, but I think it's a different species though. I'll have to look into that. If it is, it's one I've never seen before. That beautiful little pink color. Alright, awesome. Yes, this has turned out to be a pretty awesome day. Hillman State Park this morning was a little disappointing, if you saw that video. But this place, Raccoon Creek, is just amazing. The Mineral Springs Trail, that waterfall. I've just barely begun this trail, it's just awesome. Look at all the, more of that wild phlox. Splash of purple. Oh, hello, I almost missed these guys. The bluebells. Oh, they're almost past. Just a few of them left. These are bluebells. I think they're Virginia bluebells, I think they're called. Yeah, this is indeed the plant. Just a little bit of them, so maybe there's more. When these grow in large amounts, they can be breathtaking. There's just a little bit there. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah. But yeah, yesterday was a bit hectic. With a lot of traveling and being in Pittsburgh and everything. This is just soothing to the soul, as was last night at my campsite. Just sleeping under the stars with my rain fly off the tent. You can see the stars and the moon. This is beautiful. Oh, here's a wild geranium. So this is the phlox, and this is the wild geranium. They are rather similar to each other. There's the wild geranium, and there's the phlox. Alright, beautiful. I feel like I should just leave the camera on the whole time, but alright. Just absolutely beautiful out here. Just hear the birds singing. The wildflowers. Looks like we have a trail junction up here. Oh, here's more. Oh yeah, here's more of those bluebells, but they're done. They're past peak. So I don't think we'll see a great show of them. Yeah, right here was a whole patch of them. Guess they're done for the most part. Alright, so the Audubon Trail goes up that way to the Audubon Trail, but the Henrique Trail stays this way. Let me check my map, see what we want to do. Alright, so we're going to stay on the Henrique Trail. This takes us out to that Shaffer Rock out near the creek. And this is Raccoon Creek. I should have known that. We're in Raccoon Creek State Park, but anyway. It's not sure what Shaffer Rock looks like or anything. And then from there we'll decide what to do. Okay, here are some bluebells that are still somewhat in their prime. Beautiful flowers. Alright. There they are, a nice little patch of them growing around this tree. Alright, beautiful. It looks like there's quite a few. You can see some of them are fading. Those are some whitish ones, I guess, actually. Yeah, so maybe a week ago this would have been beautiful with those coming through here. Yeah, here's another trail that goes up the Audubon Trail. This is the one I saw on the map. I think that other one wasn't on the map. Oh, the Henrique Trail and the Jennings. This is now the Jennings Trail. Oh, the Old Field Trail comes in through here. Okay, so we're done with the Henrique Trail. Onwards to the Jennings Trail. Yeah, down here is Raccoon Creek. This is the one that flooded the area. Still looks a bit murky. Alright, but back to the Jennings Trail, and Shaffer Rock, whatever it is, should be up here. Hopefully it's a nice place to sit and have some lunch or some snacks. Getting hungry. Wow, this is actually pretty beautiful down here too, right along the creek. Maybe we got an airplane coming. I'm not really sure what Shaffer Rock is. Maybe it's this formation right here. I was hoping for a rock kind of jutting out into the creek where we could sit and eat a little bit, but here's the Boardwalk section. Yeah, I think we'll do this loop down here and then maybe come back and go up the Audubon Trail, take it back that way. That's a plan. I love me my boardwalk sections. Yeah, I'm guessing maybe this is Shaffer Rock. Unless someone knows differently. So let's take the Beaver Trail and then hook back, come back this way. That's just a short section of boardwalk. We have our first critter. I don't know if you can see him on the trail ahead of us. Try and zoom in. As another plane comes. Alright, well, I corrected the angle of my lens now. My camera. There he is. Mr. Toad. maybe a misses. Trying to sit as still as possible so we don't see her, even though we do. Hello. As they come up, she'll probably take off. Or maybe not, you're just gonna, oh, there she goes. All right, we'll let her go. Our first critter here. Maybe this should be called Toad Trail, not Beaver Trail. And we're right along the creek again. Got a little bit of flood damage, stuff that the flood water just kind of piled up here. Check for snakes. Ah, here's a little bench. You know what? I think I'm gonna chill out here for a little bit. Not a bad view. So thank you, little bench area. Sat here for quite a bit, actually, just eating. Actually, some ducks, some mergansers were floating by. I tried to get my camera, but they saw me and they took off. But yeah, over here are some other flowers worth mentioning. I forget what they're called offhand. I know the name, but I forget. We have these back home too. I believe these are some type of buttercup here. And we have another plane coming in. Alright, lots of planes. Yeah, hear more of those flowers. I'll have to put the name down below on the screen. Alright, we'll continue on the Beaver Trail. At some point we'll hook up back up with, I think was it the Jennings Trail. There's a good spot to find some snakes basking in the sun, actually. Keep our eyes open. To find one, I'd love to see one. And here we hook back up the Jennings Trail, but man, check out this rock formation. That's awesome. Now part of me wants to go down that way. But, well, let me check the map again. Alright, so we're going to stick to the plan and head this way. The Audubon Trail's up there. I really do want to walk up that way. It's a little bit more upland. We'll see there's different wildflowers up there than there are down in the lowland. Although that does look very tempting as well. Alright, but we're gonna stick with the plan. Here's some more of those beautiful wild phlox. Alright, we're gonna commit. That rocks, it's amazing now. Alright. I just gotta show you this. Got a little Trillium, well, not a little one, but popping up between the logs here. Trying to show herself there. And another plane coming. Alright, and here's that Boardwalk section. So just a little bit past this, we'll head up to the Audubon Trail and see what that has to offer for us. Oh, that's just I saw a splash of red up here, but it's just a ribbon. Something here called wild stone crop. Alright, I don't think it's blooming now. Alright, so I was making my way up there. The Audubon Trail goes up there, but I just glanced to my left and I believe I see a first for me. as far as trilliums go. Here's a different variety. Notice they have the 3 leaves, but they're kind of spotted. I believe this is the red trillium. I believe it is. I'm gonna bend down and smell it, 'cause supposedly these smell like carrion. Yeah, because it's distinctive, because they have that mottled leaves. I think they're also called something else, like toadstools or something. I'll look that up. I just bent down and smelled them, and they definitely have a smell to them that could be reminiscent of rotting flesh or something that's spoiled. So these are definitely red trilliums, or like I said, they go by another name. Like I said, I'll have to look that up then. Yeah, so a new species of trillium for me. Definitely a new one. I was just watching someone else's video recently. She's hiking the Appalachian Trail. She had seen a couple of these. She didn't know what they were though, but I was like, oh, that's those. I've never seen those, but now we have. Awesome. Yeah, just saw them down there. They caught my eye. There's actually some other trilliums up here too. There's some of those white and pink ones up there. Let me zoom in on those. A whole bunch of them up there. Some of the white and pink ones. Beautiful. Alright, but another first. Not only did we find the elusive red trillium, we found a flower that's smelling nice. It smells like rotting flesh. Alright, cool. And just up here, we'll hook a left, make our way up to the Audubon Trail. I am loving this time out here. Oh yeah, here's some other, yeah, here's a different type of trillium too. Yeah. It's white with the more purplish center. I believe this is called the nodding trillium, because they kind of nod their head down instead of showing it. I believe that's, could be something else though. Yeah, a whole bunch of them up here. See, they all have their heads turned downward a little bit. Alright. Awesome. Oh yeah, I have to make it to the Audubon Trail here. Okay, here we go. So many things to see here. Yeah, if you can't tell, trilliums are one of my favorite flowers. They only bloom here in the spring. They're all along trail here. The only one I haven't seen here, I feel like today yet, is the painted trillium. I think I only ever saw one. That was up in, where was I? Ricketts Glen State Park. But maybe we'll see one here too. Alright, but up to the Audubon Trail. This has been our only uphill hike of the trail. You'll just take it with me. It's like huff and puff. Get to the top. Oh, there's a bench. Whew. Not a trail. Yeah, maybe this is Shaffer Rock. We were just down below here. That steep drop off. Alright, I'm not gonna get too close. Alright. I think I'll take advantage of the bench to catch my breath a little bit. Oh yeah, there's Shaffer Rock. Named after John Shaffer. Someone scratched off the other name. A famous botanist who frequented the Wildflower Reserve. You can kind of read the rest up there if you want to. If you don't like wildflowers or nature, you're probably not enjoying this video. But if you do, I hope you are enjoying it. It's a beautiful spot. I'm having a great time up here. Yeah, for as many cars I saw in the parking lot, I'm not coming across too many people out here. I'm guessing there are some shorter loop trails near the parking lot, so I'm thinking that's where most people went or doing. Yeah, so now we're on the Audubon Trail, and we're kind of on this ridge. Slightly different look to it up here, so I'm hoping to see some different types of wildflowers up here. Maybe a little bit different. I am seeing some things that I recognize. Like this looks like Dutchman's breeches, but I think they're done blooming already. This looks like what they call cut leaf toothwort. Not seeing any blooms. And these here, these look like what's called one name for it is Sessile Bellwort. These pretty yellow flowers that droop down, but I'm not seeing anything. All right, we'll keep our eyes open though. Oh, here we go. These are bluettes. Even though they're not entirely blue, they have kind of a bluish cast, but sometimes they can be pure white too. They're bluettes, little tiny flowers. All right. And now we're walking along that steep escarpment. We're down the Jennings Trail down below. That's what that is down there, a steep drop off. But down here's another wildflower I want to share with you. This is Solomon's seal. I think in a previous video we were looking at false Solomon's seal where the flower was at the tip. But here on real Solomon's seal, the flowers grow below the stem. They kind of hang down from below. I think these already bloomed. There's the seed pods, but this is real Solomon's seal. It's popular with people who are into medicinal stuff, so sometimes they can be kind of rare because people dig them up. So that's Solomon's seal. The false Solomon's seal tends to be much bigger too. All right, look at all the May-apples. There's like a field of them. All right, beautiful up here too. More of a breeze blowing up here. It's a warm day. I see a flowering tree up ahead. I'll check out that big old tree. I don't know if you can hear that trilling noise. That's a toad, American toad. The camera's picking that up. Here's our flowering tree. That's a flowering dogwood. Yeah, this is just a beautiful trail up here too. You can see Raccoon Creek down there. All right, well, the parking lot is just up ahead. I can hear people out there. So amazing place. So glad I came here. Hope you enjoyed it. We found the rotting flesh flower, the flower that smells like carrion. It literally does. It wasn't overwhelming, but they say in places where a lot of them are growing, you can really smell it, like just in the air. So awesome. So definitely a place to come if you're in the area. Now, if you come later in the year, all these beautiful trilliums won't be here, but there might be other wildflowers that don't bloom in this season. But awesome place. All right. As always, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you on the next one.